I came to brief the president about some continental and subcontinental bodies. I'm the ECOWAS mediator for Mali, and I'm the chair of the West African Elders Forum. So there are certain issues bordering on the continent and the sub-region that I discuss with various presidents.
We've seen the election that brought you in. What assurance are we having from you to Nigerians?
It's always said that to whom much is given, much is required. You can see how I was elected unopposed. I can assure you I will bring all that I've gotten through so many years of exposure to the legislature. I bring that into play. I bring that into practice to make sure that we make the 10th Senate the most productive in history. Because I'm going to work, in the most conducive, conducive atmosphere that we shall create, and we'll be able to work together with with the Senate President, and indeed the entire membership of the Senate, in a way that will make this 10th Senate most productive. Thank you. Thank you.
You've just elected a new leader for the Senate, which you are part of. How do you describe the emergence and the belief you have in these new leaders?
It's just God's will. The emergency is God's will. And of course, we also work very, very hard. This emergency is for the stability of the country, it's for national unity, it's for inclusiveness, it's for balancing. And so I think the hand of God are there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Also promoted from the House to the Senate. And now you have new leader for your Senate. Yes. How do you describe him?
Well, he's a fantastic person, well-schooled, experienced, and knowledgeable in the business of legislature. So we look forward to having a robust 10th Senate that will cooperate with the executive when the need arises.
I think it shows that the National Assembly has really arrived. We had perhaps the most, it was really a tough fight. Democracy was at play, people voted their conscience, and in the end, it's clear that the overwhelming majority voted to ensure that every part of the country has a sense of belonging. And all sentiments are well now reflected. I think that statement was boldly made by senators who listened to the aspirations, the feelings, the sentiments of their various constituents. For example, Amin Lawa's decision not to contest was for me a bold statement in acknowledging that people have to sacrifice for the unity of the country. And but like in any democracy, people will have different way of reasoning, which explains why some people still felt they will contest. And the vote shows that overwhelming majority favored Godswill Akpabio, and I also listened to his comments, and I think it captures the feelings of many. And it is now time to get back to work. A lot of tough times ahead, and Nigerians expect us not to join them in lamenting, but to find solutions. Now, this is the sweet part, what we've done today. The challenge is what we now use the office to do for Nigeria and for Nigerians. And I think we are all conscious of that. For me, it would be worth my while to sit anywhere now if my sitting is not going to add value or have positive impact in the way in which, when it comes to the deliverables to the average Nigerian person. Having spent all my life on the side of the people. So I'm happy with the outcome, and I also don't think that even the man who lost should have any ill feeling, because once you go for a contest, there are two possible outcomes. You either win or you lose. If you don't want to go through the emotional pain of losing, then don't attempt to contest. Because even if you were two angels, only one angel is good to a match. So I think it was a good day. It was a good day.
Well, I don't know what you mean by bleak. What I can tell you is that right from day one, when we started this campaign, it was always good. But the impact of social media, propaganda of some of the contestants distorted the entire picture of what was on the ground. But to God be the glory. Today, people have seen our level of popularity and acceptance by our members, and it has put to shame those who always thought that we were imposed by the party and that we don't have the numbers. Today, people have seen that we have established a record that has never been established in the past. 353 out of 359 members electing us. It is unprecedented. It has never, ever happened in the history of Parliament. You talk about rubber stamp. Look at the acceptance rate, those who have elected us across party lines. Almost all the whole entire PDP, SDP, ADC, and all other minority parties voted us. So if they felt that we are going to be rubber stamps, do you think they will elect us? No. They believe that we will safeguard the sanctity of the National Assembly, the legislature. We will always separate our independence, and will relate and be able to harmonize with the executive where necessary, but where there is a conflict of interest, where we feel that the executive is or wants to do something that is not against, is not in the interest of the public, they know that we'll stand up against that.
Promised during the time we went to all the constituencies in the Federal Republic canvassing for votes. We promised that we're going to ensure that nation building remains a joint task that will not be left only for the executive or the judiciary to handle. We promised that we are going to be there to make sure we add our own bricks to the nation building wall. And these will extend to creation of jobs, reduction of poverty, policies that goes into enhancing our energy sources, policies that will help us create more local content usage in this country, manufacturing that will help us reduce importation and increase exportation, that will stimulate our economy. And as you see in the past 15 days, Mr. President has been taking the right decisions, on issues. We want to sustain that through legislative support, legislative intervention to make sure that together we'll build a nation we'll be proud of.